Budget Coliseum. All right, so here's what we got. This is our gear, okay? I have Crystal Shield as tank shield for rotating pillars. And then we have basic Iron Man melee. Sail Door is a little bit better than Tent Whip. I think it's 1 max it. It's not really a big deal. And then Avernic Defender is not actually max it, so it doesn't matter either. I think your max it in this setup is 51. So not amazing, but why not just DFS? I like accuracy. Accuracy is good. Okay, here's the idea with the setup. Oh yeah, if you're like, what the heck is this thing? This is the Atlatl. So this is a ranged weapon that scales with your range, with your melee armor. So melee strength makes this max higher. The Fremniks at the beginning are weak to the style they're weak to. So this is a guaranteed max hit. It's 3 tick, and it kills the mage in 2 hits, the exact same as Webweaver or Blowpipe. So I think this is actually probably the easiest thing to obtain and the cheapest. Hardest part of the run is buying the ammo. These darts are worth like 10 each, but the buy limit is 100. I don't know what they were thinking. Jagex, fix this, please. You can't make ammunition a buy limit of 100. That's the dumbest thing ever. Whatever. But yeah, if you can get your hands on maybe like 200 or 300 of them, you're good. I think the Atlatl is pretty easy to get. I don't know exactly. I haven't even done the content it comes from, but it's very, very cheap. So I assume it's fairly easy to get your hands on. Do some Perilous Moons and you'll get a ton. Yeah, okay. Okay, other things. I have a Trident. If you do have a Sang, it is better. A Sang has a 1 in 6 chance to heal for half of what it hits, and it hits for 32. So you have a 1 in 6 chance to heal for 16 on both casts on the Berserker. That's really good. If you don't have it, it's definitely still doable, but Sang is really big. The nice thing is that no matter what your weapon is, your magic weapon, all of them can store the runes you need. So Trident has all of these in it, which means you have death runes and you have fire runes. So you're set there. If you have a Sang staff, your Sang staff has blood runes. If you're using a shadow, it has soul runes. So literally every single mage option can store the additional rune you need, no matter what. So you're never wasting a slot. Oh, and the runes you need, very important. I think Ancients is complete trolling. Arceus is extremely good. The reason is Death Charge is so strong and SGS is so strong. You're going to get more healing from SGS than you're going to get from Blood Barrage through the whole run. Definitely you want Arceus. Plus you get Thralls. And I have additional technology with this spellbook, which is called Mark of Darkness Undead Grasp. So this spellbook has literally everything you need, and you have all of the runes for all of this. And you're like, what the heck are you using Undead Grasp for? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Undead Grasp has a chance to bind things in place for 4 ticks, and it maxes 24 by default. With Mark of Darkness active, if you cast it before the wave, it's guaranteed to freeze in place for 4 ticks. And you may be thinking, well, a 4-tick freeze isn't very much. What does that do for you? When you take Quartet and you get 2 Berserkers, you're going to have a problem because you have to cast 4 times at them and they're going to hit you. But what you can do is you can Undead Grasp the first one, freezing him in place, Undead Grasp the second one, freezing him in place. And then when they pull up towards you, the first one should unfreeze at that point. You can cast a Trident, finishing him. Trident, I think, max is 32. So it's Undead Grasp, go behind pillar. First one pulls up, cast at him, kills him. Second one pulls up, cast at him. So you're not actually going to take any melees. You don't have to tank. Really, really good. So as soon as you take Quartet, that's when I start Undead Grasping. Crystal Shield is just for defense and rotating pillars. I start waves with Crystal Shield on. Here's our defense. 367 range defense. It's not too bad. So this is pretty close to as tanky as you would be in Torva casting with Shadow. It's basically the same. The difference is you have to cast multiple times, which sucks. But at least you've got close to the same defense. So you'll be fairly tanky. Oh yeah, Ring as well. I see people asking a lot about Lightbearer versus B-Ring. Wear B-Ring. It's better. It's better. It's not worth wearing Lightbearer. Not with melee. Let me see what the setup costs before we go in. 180 mil on the dot. 180 mil. You can take some off for runes and stuff, whatever. Supplies, yada, yada. 180 mil, not too bad. If this is not budget for you, I think you need to explore some opportunities to make GP. Perhaps a bird of the purple variety would be more your speed. I know you can do better. I can do better. Absolutely, I can do better. Would I recommend doing a setup any less than what I'm wearing? No, I would not. Ever. Not ever. I don't think you should ever be using gear worse than this to do Coliseum for any reason. I think we're good at pot. I think I talked about everything. Would Barrel's Gloves be a worthwhile swap for mage and ranged? No. These are guaranteed max hit no matter what. Accuracy isn't doing anything for you. Okay, so what we need to do is drop 5 brews. Come over here. On charge. Let me go into my calculator. I believe I was doing 75 charges with Trident. So we do 75. Boom. Big chunk of fire runes. Drop the rest on the ground. Pick up your brews. Okay, I think we're good to go. So now we have Death Charge, Thrall, Mark of Darkness, and Undead Grasp with 1 rune pouch for the inventory slot. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get an invocation going.
A leech has spawned.
Oops. Oh, you have to drop 1 extra. Oops. I'm going to do these quick prays. Okay, Myopia is a clear choice. All right, this is good. Yeah, Atlatl works pretty good. Not too bad. All right. These guys are funny. They throw a spear in the air, and it's going to land on top of you every 5th attack. And that's going to come in handy to know that for later, because it requires you to move, and that can cause problems. I'll just send him an SGS. Nice. Bus in. Oh, I forgot to explain the tiles. All right, we'll do that before the next wave. The restore is not very tight in this run. I bring a ton. Melee over range. You need melee for the boss. It has to be melee. Both if you have it. Nope. I would not. Okay, Myopia 2 here. All right, let me explain. These 2 green tiles are the important ones. Okay, so anywhere in this area between these 2 green tiles actually prevents any of the close spawns next to you. The way Coliseum works is that anything near you is just discounted at the beginning of the wave. It spawns everything further away from you. Shout out B5 tiles. Now, I've seen a lot of people, this is the one people know, is starting on this tile and going up here. I don't do that, and this is the reason. This tile also works, and going to South Pillar. The reason South Pillar is better is because when a melee spawn comes out of the gate, it's going to corner trap or safe spot on the side of the pillar. When something comes out of the gate on this side, it pulls right around the pillar and starts hitting you. So this pillar is worse than this one. That's it. That's literally the whole reason. So slightly better to start south. Cast again. Oh yeah, important things with the Fremmies, okay? So immediately you got to kill the Berserker. Berserker max is about 50. Second priority is the Mage. They max about 15. These, the Archers, you need to train yourself not to attack, because these are a complete waste of time. They actually max 1 damage. So attacking them is actually detrimental when you need to do damage. And there's cases where if you don't do damage fast enough, you can be screwed. So if you waste time attacking this, it can actually get you killed. So train yourself to not attack it and simply leave him. The other benefit to leaving it alive, besides just not wasting time damaging it, is that your SGS is a guaranteed max hit on this. Any melee attack is a guaranteed max hit. That means if you're SGS specking it, it's a guaranteed 30 health. If you Blood Fury proc, it's 50. So if you just leave this, watch, he's doing nothing. Ones. If you just leave this, you have a guy next to you at all times, always keeping up to you, never causing any issues, and always available for you to SGS spec at any moment. So there is absolutely, it's actually detrimental to you to kill this. Funny health kit guy. It's a little walking med kit right next to you. But he could stack Doom. That's true. Oh, I forgot to throw. All right, I'm full health. I'm not going to need it for next wave. Let's just spec him. So see my prayer, 24. We like it. Okay. Invocations. All right. I took Myopia first. Myopia reduces your range, but you're in a melee build. So it doesn't even do anything. This is a free invocation. The other one that's really good is Solar Flare. Solar Flare makes a sun orbit around the pillars. This is very easy to deal with. It disables your prayer on only the 3rd tier. Before then, it does 20 damage, I think. So it's not too bad at all. It pulls your prayer off for 1 game tick when it's upgraded to the 3rd tier. But even then, it's not a big deal. So this is a great pick. When you're picking invocations, always, always, always try to lock a new invocation rather than upgrade an existing one if possible. I have the option of Myopia 3. Myopia 3 is totally fine, right? But I see Solar Flare, and I'm taking Solar Flare because it's a new upgradable tier invocation, and the game desperately wants to throw those at you. It goes, have an upgrade, have an upgrade, have an upgrade. So this is going to keep popping up, and you want it to keep popping up because it's a good invocation to have. So that's the idea. Always take a new one that's upgradable if it's tolerable, even over an existing one. Even if this is a better choice, like for the next wave, take Solar Flare, no matter what.
A leech has spawned.
Oh yeah, you start this Praying Mage. Whoops. And I'm trolling. I killed the Ranger, even though I chatted about not doing that. All right. So yeah.
A leech has spawned.
You just step through him. No big deal. The ball spends 2 ticks on each tile, and it spends 5 ticks on the corner. So that's how it works. After the upgrade, it stops spending extra time on the corners. And then on tier 3, it spends 2 ticks on the corners, and it's 1 tick otherwise. Oh yeah, Manticores. These are just, as soon as the animation starts, flick through the 3 prayers. So as soon as you see the Manticore move, now, flick through your prayers. All right, let's go over here. I'm actually going to let him around. I don't feel like flicking both of these. There's no reason to. Another thing, whenever you're next to a pillar, and you don't have to be, when you have Solar Flare active, try to stand away from the pillar. There's no need for me to stand here, and this is just going to avoid the flare when it comes up. So, again, like, I'm just going to stand here. Re-entry 3 or B's 1 for wave 10. Godspeed. All right, so we take Myopia 3 here. Blasphemy is not a good invocation, but it's better than a lot of them. I try to wait on Blasphemy as long as possible just to maintain prayer, because it just wastes a chunk of prayer. Anytime you can take something that's not Blasphemy, take it. So Myopia here is better. Okay, I'm staring at the Manticore here and catching that prayer. All right, we got a pillar stack, and we've got it with a Manticore. So I'm going to do it, and I'll explain after. I don't want to throw Atlatls at him, though. I'm good. Okay, now I have a problem. I have a spawn that's going to come up behind me. And I'm prepared for that. Okay, so because I spent time over there, that actually helped me a lot. Because the mage sees you, and then the jaguar gets in front. That's going to be a thing for the mages always. When you have a mage and another spawn, the mage is actually going to get behind the melee if you spend time over here and let it attack you. Because the mage is going to see you and stop moving. So in this case, because I was over there, it actually made this fairly easy to deal with. If I did not do that, the mage would be here, and I'd have to flick these both. Okay, and I'll explain this pillar stack again. This is an extremely common one. When you get to your first pillar stack, I'd recommend messing with it over and over just to practice so you understand how it's working. Because you're going to need to execute pillar stacks just like I did. Rapidly and quickly. Rapidly, quickly, fastly, speedily even, I would say. Or you will die. So being able to figure out this pillar stack and do what you need to do immediately so you can get around pillars is really important. Zoomily. I like that. Add Zoomily to the list. Yes. Promptly. Good, good. So anytime you have a stack like this, the solve is always going to be the same. I have a thing that attacks differently in the back than in the front.
A leech has spawned.
You're going to stand 2 tiles out from pillar, and it doesn't matter where you start from, so you can avoid the flare like I'm doing. All that matters is that I'm going to this tile, right? So I could start here, I could start here, I could start here. It doesn't matter. But we're going to go to this tile. Okay? You're going to pray against the thing in the back, and then the thing in the front is going to see you the tick after. So just like this.
Spawned.
See? Just be careful of the javelins. So let's do it again. See how only the mage hit me there? That's the idea. This does not work if you don't step to that tile. See how the mage didn't attack me there? So it's very important that you go to the corner of the pillar, or it will not work. All right. This is low. I'm just going to kill it. Hello? Okay, I'm bidding out DPS by a thrall. All right, we got flare. Sail door better than whip? Yeah, sail door's an upgrade. How do you make it tag the enemy and have the southwest as well? Those are both tick options that you can turn on in NPC indicators. If you had no SGS, how much harder would this be? It adds pressure on the late waves. It makes the late waves dramatically harder. So quite a bit harder. Pre-range on this wave. Get a cast off. Get a cast off. Go to the Manticore. Watch him. Praying against him. Praying mage. Praying against him. And look at this. I'm 60 health, 90 health. So that's why SGS is so good. Okay, now. I have a pillar stack. What am I going to do? I'm actually going to wait a second, because I want this to work itself out with that mage. So I'm going to let the spawn happen. I'm going to pray against the thing in the back and then the thing in the front. All right, so mage here. What the? Something's wrong. Huh? I hope we're off-ticked. We just happen to be off-ticked. I'm going to look at that again. I don't know what happened. I'm dead? All right, I'm dead. I don't know how this... No, I know why. The mage in the front doesn't work that way. That's why. Okay. The mage in the front is the other side. Mage in the front is too small, so it changes the line of sight. So I had to go from the other side of pillar there. That's what happened. Okay. I was so confused. Teaching us what not to do. That's the one weird stack is that one. Flare 2. Or flare 3. Pull you up.
A leech has spawned.
I'm just gonna kill this. Trolling. I got the Blood Fury proc too. So much health. Okay, we want the Jaguar to come down, right? So I'm going to stand here. And everything is dealt with. Just like that. Magic. What a beautiful spawn. Doesn't get much better than that. $30 HP to full on 1 spec. Blood Fury proc plus SGS. It's so much health. You always hit max? Yes. Always counted as a max. Is stab worse than slash? On the boss, yes. Everything else is equal defense. So a rapier's not going to cut it. Scythe is 30% better. Shrine of the Seas? Does Shrine of the Seas store runes? Can you pull runes out of it? As long as you can grab fire runes, it's good. Works the exact same. Yes? Okay. You can't get the coins out. If you uncharge, you can't recharge. Oh, that's a junk then. You can't use it. Nah. You lose a whole slot. Not worth. Nope. I'm going to take Duo. Man, look at how good that is. Atlatl is insane.
A leech has spawned.
Atlatl to the moon, baby. Okay, I gotta catch that Minotaur. Yeah, speed ring. Nice, killed it. All right, let's hang out here. Cool, there he is. What's up, Beefy? All right. So again, standing here drags the Minotaur down. Okay, we have learned there is a solve to this stack, which I did not know because I am dumb, but I was informed that you can do this. Insane. Three back OP. Ow. Luckily I have a Blood Fury. It's Coliseum plugin. All right. Okay, Myopia is the choice here. Okay, keeping in mind, I have the choice of either Undead Grasp or Trident. Undead Grasp at the start, because I have Myopia, is going to reach, because manually cast spells, it does not affect. The range is always 10 tiles, no matter what. I don't know if they'll change that, but I'm going to start with Undead Grasp from now on. I'm okay. Okay, I notice it's off tick. And we're killing this. Rough spawn, but we dealt with it. Nice. Thought I had to have shadow. You definitely don't need shadow. Scythe is the big thing. I'd say no scythe is equivalent to doing an ACB like Inferno. That's the big like deal. I can do this. I have to go 3 tiles back. I'm just gonna kill you. When something's hanging out over the edge, you go 3 tiles back for the thing in the front. And the thing in the front sees you before the thing in the back, so it's reversed. It's a little weird, but it works. Let's start killing these. Whew, I caught it. I missed the 1 Minotaur. I'd rather take a Minotaur melee than a mage. 3 back, super OP. Yeah, it does a lot of things. Okay, we're going on wave 9. Okay, Myopia. We've got good invocations this time. All right. Starting with Undead Grasp. Okay, it's mage, so we need to do this. Hoping I kill this in time.
A leech
Cool.
has spawned.
I just brewed. That's pain. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All right. A budget setup guide. This is the budget setup guide. Yes. I'm not super hard explaining because we've already gotten to wave 11, so we're like repicking back up there. We just died a horrible death.
A leech has spawned.
The ranger max is 1. Naked D-Skimmy guide coming soon. We could go for a stupid, like, low budget thing, but I kind of want to get wrecked because it hasn't gone any lower, and I'm pretty confident I can take it. Yeah. Okay. Wreck and then Rags to celebrate. Perfect. All right, we're going to take Blasphemy 3 here. This is wave 10? Yeah, okay. All right. Mark of Darkness. Casting Grasp. All right, very easy spawn. Nice. And we can actually solve that. There is a solve for that. I was just rotating pillar every time I saw that, but now that there's a solve, it's winnable. Send 3 back in the middle and then run out diag. That is correct. It doesn't matter where you start, but it's 3 tiles out. Okay. That mage is now behind my Minotaur. This is a super useful tile. It didn't matter in this case, but let's say that Ranger was still alive. I now don't have to deal with anything over here. Explain the 3 tile thing. Yeah, I can. I don't really get why it works either, but it just does. It's because of the size of the NPCs. Southwest pillar best? Yeah. Absolutely the best position. Okay. So, because this guy's super far away, he actually gets line of sight before these two when you are standing on this tile, right? So, if we watch, see how nothing attacked but him? I can actually queue it so I get a javelin throw. All right. So, we're going to do this. Oh, this is a little awkward. It's ranged, mage, range, mage.
A leech has spawned.
Please live. Oh my fucking god. The smite. Pain. Okay, we're alive. Okay. Nice. Chance.
A leech has spawned.
Those flicks are super awkward, and you have to dodge a javelin. In Blood Fury, we trust. Mm-hmm. Running north there instead. Solving the pillar stack and then relocating genuinely was probably the play. Just so you don't have to deal with it. But you can also do it 0 damage still. There's no reason you can't do both. Alright. We're gonna brew. Alright, we got Quartet. I'm gonna assume that we live here. And the recording is cutting here. Here. So we have Myopia
leech
3,
has
Solar Flare 3,
spawned.
Duo, Blasphemy 3, Quartet. Okay? We're going to brew before this wave. We're going to restore before this wave. We're going to full restore before this wave. We're putting on the items. Everything is happening right now. Assuming we live.
A leech has spawned.
We're going to pray Mage and Piety. Okay? There we go. We're okay. The spawn is good. Everything is fine. All right, cool. Cool thing we learned is that Piety is actually enough with Atlatl. It maxes high enough with Piety that you don't even need to pray Rigor, which is really nice. Okay, now we're simply going to wait for the Minotaur to pull up. This is a completely free spawn, by the way. I'm going to do this. And the reason I do that is just to pull this guy up so I can hit something while I'm waiting. It doesn't matter that much. Go to this tile. Not only does this pull the Minotaur up to me, but it also puts the Mage behind him, making this free. Now, I only have a Mage on the side, so I could have let the Mage come down. But in general, this is going to be the right play. Yeah, so if you get this spawn, you win, by the way. If you don't get this spawn, it might be kind of fun. Unlucky. Super combat affects Atlatl. Really? Weird. What a strange item. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Is it just the Coliseum item? Maybe. How does the Minotaur healing work? It needs a line of sight from its center tile to the NPC's center tile. So even being pulled down there, as long as this thing is 2 tiles behind the pillar, it won't heal. If this mob is 2 tiles out from pillar and the Minotaur's 2 out, it will heal. This is very easy. All we do is do this. But I want to kill that ranger immediately. So what I'm doing here is I'm watching the ranger's animation to start flicking. Because I know he's lined up with the start tick of the manticores. So just staring at the ranger. I don't even have to look at the other manticores. They're not on my screen. Right?
A leech has spawned.
So that's the idea. That's what we're doing. Keeps it nice and easy. That's how I stay synced up. A death charge for no reason. Oh well. I'd like to divine here just to get some health back from Blood Fury first. So we just fix our divine before the end of the wave. Yo, GM PJ? Do you think I could damage the pillars with the new Varlamore Gnome Glider? Dude? Okay. The take here is volatility. I'm going to briefly explain boss thought process. Here's the deal. If you have a whip, your downside compared to scything is that you have 30% less DPS and the boss is 5 tick while you are 4 tick. So not only are you doing far less damage by default, you are also losing ticks because you have to flinch away from the boss every 5 ticks. It's very bad. But it can be done. I think you lose a hit every like 4 hits or something, which sucks. Bring a Swift Blade. Yeah, tick correct midway. So that sucks. Thrall does not work on the boss, so don't worry about wasting prayer points on that. I'm going to turn off Thrall Helper. Death Charge does help because you can Death Charge off the first minion. Quartet is active, so I will get 1 Fremnik. Okay. Anything else to explain? I think that's it. I'm probably still going to redivine because I was explaining things, but normally you would divine at the end of the wave, get health back from Blood Fury, and then just send. Now Fang is still worse. Spec off the rip, then Death Charge.
A leech
Yeah.
has
I mean, I only have an
spawned.
SGS, so I'll use the SGS like partway through, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Oh, let me explain the boss. Okay. Boss has a multitude of things he does. Important thing, right? His main attacks are a spear thrust and a shield slam. Okay? What his last attack was dictates what the next attack will be. It changes it. It's a modifier. Okay? Where's the sound effects? No sound effects in this one. You'll have to go to the other one for that. Easy. So, if he does a shield slam, the play is dodge one tile back. Okay? If he does a second shield slam in a row, then you will go 2 tiles back. Do you follow? If he does a spear, it will be 2-pronged, meaning you need to dodge back from the middle
A
tile.
leech has spawned.
Okay, 1 tile back. If he does a spear again, it will be 3-pronged, meaning you need to dodge back diagonally from the side of his middle.
A leech has
Okay.
spawned.
So, what you need to do is every time you see an attack, keep in mind what it was. Okay? If the guy just did a spear, what can happen next time? Either a shield, 1 tile radius, or a spear with 3 prongs. So where would you dodge? Back diag, because it gets both, right? So dodge to the tile that dodges both possibilities, then you don't have to think about it. You're just doing it, and you're clicking the boss. Okay? Same thing with shield, right? If he just did a shield, the possibility is back mid or back 2. So you should run back 2 tiles. Okay? All right. Other possibilities. He has a grapple attack. He can target a body part. It will show in text over him and text in the chat box, and it will tell you which body part to click. It can be body, legs, boots, gloves, or cape. Try to wait until he's going to drop his shield on the ground like this. He goes, okay? And then he puts his arm back, and he's going to thrust his hand at you like this. Okay? You get it? Click the gear piece as his hand starts moving towards you, because that's going to get you a perfect parry. A perfect parry guarantees a max hit. So, wait for this to happen. Don't just click. Don't just click. Wait. It's worth it. You want that max hit. Okay? If you see you get it, you can even use a spec after. Guaranteed max hit? SGS? This could be technology. Okay? We follow? One other thing he can do is the triple protect melee attack. So he does a glowy orange, and he goes swing, swing, long, thrust. Okay? You need to get protect melee on the tick it hits you each time. And the way this attack works is it's 3 tick, and then attack. Then it's 3 tick, and then attack. And then it's 4 tick, and then attack. So it's 1, 2, protect melee off. 1, protect melee off. 1, 2, protect melee on. 3, 3, 4. Okay? If he's below 50% health, it delays longer. So it's 3 tick, 3 tick, 5 tick. Do we follow? All right. That's all the things. And it's free. One final thing to remember is that the lasers that spawn around the
leech
arena
has spawned.
deal more damage than anything else. So if you are forced to take something, don't take a laser, because it will kill you. The lasers will hit you for 70. Do not get hit by a laser. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. It might be a double. Okay, I think we're good. It's gone. It was coming and going in waves. Charged up sneeze. All right, I think we're good to go. Keep clicking the boss at all times. Brew super combat. Always be attacking even if you're brewing. All right. Let's pop. Death charge up. Prayer full. Volatility on. There's going to be a Fremennik. Piety on. Spam click the boss. It's an archer. Okay. He did spear 1, so spear 2 is there. I'm dodging back mid. Now I'm going to dodge back mid 2. I'm going to dodge back mid 1. Now I'm going to dodge back diag. Now I'm going to dodge back mid 1. Do we follow? It's making sense, right? So now it's back diag. That's the melee. Caught it. Easy. All right. Back 1, back 2 now. Okay. Now back diag. Back mid 2. Unlucky. That's okay. That's just awkward. Okay. I think we're on the first one. All right, repeat. I'm dumb. Brew. Brewing. I couldn't go there. That sucks. Back 1. Oh, I caught it. Okay. Yo, SGS whack? So there's a perfect parry. Max it. Can't dodge that. Yeah, I just chanced. Don't take a laser. Whip bad. Whip bad. 1 HP. Nice. Eat Gnomonkey. Just click things. I was just dead. It was over. I've never died at this boss, just saying. Yeah, true.